Hello, brothers and sisters. Welcome to day 88 of the Chronological Read Through the Bible. Today's portion covers Joshua chapter 19, verse 48 through Joshua chapter 21. Now, I want to say there's a lot of villages and tribes or little towns named in this passage, and I realize this would be one of those where you could get lost just a little bit. I want to say, though, if you look at this very end part of Joshua chapter 19, where it speaks of the land which Joshua chooses for himself, realize as leader, he really could have chosen any place, but he takes Timnath-serah to be his home. And it really gives this impression that it is a bountiful place, that it is a land of plenty, which actually Timnath-serah is the opposite. It's fairly desolate in many ways. Here he is. He could have chosen the choicest spot. He could have said, there's this little mountainside area, has a little nice creek running through it. Well, I'm describing what I would have chosen. Maybe you would have chosen a nice little beach view, little resort area. But no, he chooses a desolate space. And then again, we have once again the cities of refuge which are mentioned. The place which the one who had committed accidental murder or manslaughter could flee to get away from the man killer or the manslayer, or to get away from the one who would revenge, the one who would avenge the family or the one who had been killed. I wanted to say, I read this. This is more of a traditional teaching, not coming from the scriptures, but I thought it interesting. Remember that once the high priest had died, that person's sin or their murder would be then forgiven. Now, this isn't really murder in the sense of, as I said, this is more like manslaughter, second degree, really, maybe third degree. It's an accidental murder. This isn't where it was intentional. Maybe two friends started having a disagreement, and one pushed the other one, and he fell back and hit his head on a rock. Well, that'd be an accident. And in our society today, it would probably be ruled a manslaughter. At that time, though, the family of the one who had died would say, hey, eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. We're gonna kill him because he killed our brother. So you can flee to these cities, but it said once the high priest died, that individual's sins or their accusation or their guilt would be forgiven and they could return home. The little story, which I was going to say that's a traditional story, says that the high priest's mother or his wife would be the one who would take care of those individuals who were in the cities of refuge, that they would make sure that they were clothed and well fed. And the concept is that they would pray for the high priest to have a long life because of their blessings which they were receiving from the high priest's mother and his wife, rather than praying for the hastening death of the high priest. As I say, it's not biblical. It was just a little traditional story which I ran across that I thought I would share with you. I do hope that your day's going well. Until tomorrow, God bless.